Let's learn how to log a preventative maintenance. As an overview, we will select the equipment we are maintaining, navigate to the asset page, go to the PM section, and then follow all of the PM instructions, just like a work order. To get to the asset page, tap Look Up an Asset down here. Then search the name of the asset we are maintaining. Double tap the name from the list once you found it. This is the asset screen. We can visually confirm we accessed the intended asset by glancing at the top, up here. This will also tell us what kind of asset this is and where it's located. So we can see that the name is mock hydraulic elevator, the type of asset is elevators hydraulic, and the location is the mock building alternate. Then we can tap this wrench icon right here to access the PM section. Now let's scroll down until we see the Open PMs area. And this is where we access our PM instruction set. There's a couple things to note before we jump in. This is our PM status. It's an O for open, which means the PM has not been started. Instead of O, it could say IP for in progress, meaning it has been started but not completed. The other thing is the date down here. That's our due date. And just to the right in green is the number of days remaining until that date. A brand new PM will be created for the next month that you can work on instead. With that out of the way, let's tap this area right here to start the PM. Right away, I'll note the time tracker works exactly the same as work orders, so make sure to follow the same workflow to accurately log your time worked on the PM. As a reminder, the idea is getting to this screen before you start your work, which will start the timer. Now, let's scroll down to the instructions to get an idea of how a PM instruction set looks. It is quite a bit longer than any work order instruction set, so I'm just going to scroll all the way down to give a quick overview. In this example, I have a hydraulic elevator, so I'll see special sections that are specific to hydraulic elevators. So let's just take a look now. So we can see we have the motor room monthly section. This will be shared amongst all motor rooms, regardless of the type of elevator. So scroll down and we see there is a hydraulic motor room monthly section, which are motor room instructions specific to hydraulic elevators. Scroll down, we can see there's a hoistway section, a cab interior section, a pit section specific to hydraulic elevators, and at the end we see the conclusion and the sign off, just as we've seen in the work orders. So let's go back to the top and see what each instruction is like. Almost every instruction is going to have a drop-down section with the same set of possible responses. That is satisfactory, unsatisfactory, or not applicable. There's also incomplete, but don't worry about that option. You should never pick that one. To choose a response, simply tap the drop-down menu here, and then tap an option. So if I tap S for satisfactory, I'm done. Now I can move on to the next instruction. Now I'll tap NA for not applicable. For the third instruction, I'll tap U for unsatisfactory. This will force us to provide notes explaining why this instruction was responded with an unsatisfactory condition. So that is the process for each of these instructions, without much variation. The only other type of instruction you are likely to see are picture instructions, and ones that ask you to enter a number, such as the amount of freon added to a cooling system. Once we execute all of the instructions listed in our PM, we will see the exact same conclusion and sign-off section as work orders, as well as an area to optionally enter completion notes. And finally, an option to report any downtime. And that's all there is to it. PMs are reported essentially the same way as work orders, with the only major difference being how to access them.